Hi YouTube! Hi everybody. It's your girl Malika, aka Mali, aka Malibu, whatever you want to call me. You don't know that it's me, and this is Malika's Flex. Welcome back to another video, you guys. Today I want to speak on H1B opportunities for social workers. Yes, I asked you guys in my last video to tell me which other professions I should focus on in my next videos, and I've had quite a few social workers ask me both here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, ask me to do social work. So that's what this video will be about. Remember, if you want me to speak about your profession, once your profession is degree based and is eligible for an H1B visa, please put in the comment section down below what that profession is so that I will be able to include you in another video and the opportunities that might be out there for you. Okay, so as I have done in previous videos, today I'll be speaking about the requirements to get, an H1B visa for social workers. And I'll also be providing you with about 10 or so companies that have sponsored H1B visas for social workers in the past, and you can always check them out to see if they're hiring. Now, of course, guys, nothing in life is guaranteed, and so because of that, I will always say don't just apply to one place. Try to apply to as many places as possible. Now for H1B, I did find quite a few places, and so this video will be in two parts. So I will show you guys some of the places in this video, and in another video I will give an updated list with some more places. So let's get into the requirements. First and foremost, like any other profession entering, or someone with a profession trying to get an H1B visa, you must have a bachelor's degree. A master's is preferred in most cases for social work, but you should have a bachelor's or a master's in social work or a related field. Okay, now for us international workers, one thing that we can do to prove that our bachelor's is equivalent to that of a regular US degree is to get our degrees evaluated. I've always spoken about Spantran. Spantran is just one company that you can use to get your degree evaluated. And if you have no clue what Spantran is about, or even the evaluation process in general, you can check out my video that I did over a year ago on Spantran. I'll put the link in the description box down below as well. All right, so get your degree evaluated, and of course, once again, this is if you had studied at a university or college outside of the United States. They need to see that yes, the courses that you did do indeed add up to that of a social worker. Okay, now the general cost for evaluating your degree, I think the last time I checked, Spantran was like $190 for a course by course evaluation. Don't quote me on that, because I know that prices do change from time to time, but generally speaking, whether you're using Spantran or another company, on average, let's say it's about 200 to 300 US dollars. So you have to factor in that cost. In US dollars, it might not seem like a lot, but I know that in our own currency, whether you're Jamaican, Nigerian, Ghanaian, whatever, you might find it to be expensive when you do that conversion. So just, have that in mind. So the next thing that you need is to have a license, okay? And I'm going to put some information on the screen about, having your license in social work. It's different from state to state, just like teaching. Guys, I'm a teacher. Welcome to my channel. If you're a social worker, maybe this is your first time on my channel because I normally focus on teachers. But yes, just like teaching, you definitely have to have a license for this profession, and the requirements are different for each state. So that is something that you can do a little research on. I like to give you guys homework to do, right? Because I can't come presenting on all 50 states in one video to say, okay, this is what is required for Georgia. This is what is required for New York. It's different for each state, but generally speaking, you need to get a license. A part of being licensed is that you might have to do a test. All right. That test, I believe, is face to face. However, it's different for each state. Once again, this is the homework that you guys will have to do about that licensing or that licensure aspect of it. All right. So you have your degree evaluated, you have your license, and now you want a company to actually sponsor you. You can get sponsorship from different entities because, you know, social work is so broad. You can get sponsorship from a school district, you can get sponsorship from a clinic or a hospital, or just various institutions that you can get sponsorship from. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the H1B cap, right, or the lottery. So social work is one of those professions that might be subjected to the, you know, the whole cap system, and you might have to enter the lottery to get that H1B. However, there are entities that are exempt from that cap. For example, I know for a fact that, you know, many schools are, or school districts are exempt from that cap. And so if you do end up getting a social work in a school district, you won't have to worry about applying by March or April for the lottery, getting selected in the lottery, and getting that H1B, and finding a workplace that will, you know, take you on. So that is something to definitely consider. So I mean, I would say, once again, do not limit your options. So don't say, okay, I'm only looking for sponsorship with school districts. Look for sponsorship in various entities, with various entities, hospitals, wherever it is that you can get sponsorship. So maybe you have missed the train for this year because we're already in March. I actually haven't checked out. Maybe I'll put it on the screen if I get the chance to, or remember to put it on the screen for when the lottery, you know, applications close for this year. But I know it's usually March or April of each year. And so maybe you'll miss the lottery train for this year, but that's something that you can prepare for next year. Okay. So in order to join the lottery, that's something that you can do more research on. You can speak with an immigration lawyer. By the way, I am not an immigration lawyer. As I said before, I am just a mere teacher, and I don't even want to say mere. I am a teacher, you know, who just likes to do a little research and give you guys information on the different opportunities that are out there for you. Okay, so I'm not a consultant, an immigration consultant. I am not an immigration lawyer or attorney. Yeah, so please be careful the type of questions that you even ask me in the comment section, because I really don't know these immigration and law stuff, right? But you can consult with an immigration attorney. I must say, and I'm not being paid to say this, by the way, there are more, but there are two Jamaican lawyers that stand out to me. They've been on social media, and that's Tremaine Hemans Law Group, and there's another Georgia something, so I don't remember her last name, but I think if you're Jamaican, you don't even have to be Jamaican, by the way. You can consult them. They represent all 50 states. Those are just two of many lawyers that you could consult. I'm just saying those because they have a very strong social media presence. There's this American guy, I forgot his name. He also has a strong social media presence, but you don't have to reach out to the popular ones or whatever. But I'm just saying, reach out to an immigration attorney and, you know, get all the information that you need where those things are concerned. Each of you have your own specific situations. Like, I know sometimes people would ask me, oh, what if someone is filing for me currently and I want to get H1B sponsorship in the meantime? I really try to refrain from answering those questions, even though I might have heard things from people as to how that works or doesn't work. I really do not want to give information on that because I am not an immigration lawyer or consultant. I prefer to refrain or stay away from answering those questions. All right, so please don't feel away if you reach out to me with certain questions and I tell you me don't know. Okay. Me don't know. So yes, let me just head straight into it. These are some places that have sponsored H1B for social workers in the past. Guys, just like my previous video, I do have direct contact for these places. Please reach out to me through my Instagram for these contacts. Now, guys, do not reach out to me for these contacts unless you have actually checked out these places, checked out to see if they have vacancies, and you have applied to these vacancies already and you're just needing additional information. If you go on these websites and you do not see vacancies, do not ask me for the contacts, because the contacts cannot manufacture vacancies for you. Okay, you reaching out to a contact will not automatically provide a vacancy. Okay, so you go on these websites, you see that there's a vacancy, you apply to the vacancy, or maybe there's something with the application that you're having an issue with, then you can ask me for the contacts. But I don't want to just be giving out contacts like that just for the sake of giving out contacts, and then you're bombarding these contacts with emails that really, you probably won't get any attention. And I don't want it to reach a state where these contacts are just getting emails upon emails upon emails and they just stop answering emails. Nobody likes to reach out to someone and you don't get a response. So in order for that not to happen, we are not going to bombard these people with a bunch of emails when we know that we have not done the necessary things already. Putting in an application. And even after you put in an application, all you can really do is wait to see if you are contacted. If you are not contacted, I still would not reach out to these contacts, because reaching out to these contacts will not cause you to actually get an interview. It would mean that they would have seen your application. Maybe they were not impressed, or maybe at this time they're not sponsoring, and so they decide not to reach out. Some entities will reach out and tell you directly, hey, thank you for your application. However, at this time, we're not sponsoring, or at this time, we have decided to move on with another candidate. But some will not be as gracious. And in those cases, you can't reach out to the contact to see if you can get a little squeeze into an interview. It doesn't work like that, okay? So I'm just giving you a heads up. Don't rush to ask me for the contacts unless you know that you really need the contact for a specific reason, okay? But yes, let's head into these sources. Please Google, if you're asking how to apply for each source that I provide, go ahead and Google them, go on their websites, go to their career section and put in an application. Now, because you might be new to my channel, you might not know that if you don't have a social security number, usually what you need to do for that section that asks for a social security, you can either put 9 zeros, 9 ones, 9 nines, 9 random digits until it goes through. Some Jamaicans have said that what they have done is to enter their TRN, since the TRN already has 9 digits, and they say that that actually goes through in lieu of, you having social security. So that's something that you could try. If you're not Jamaican and you also have like a national ID or something that has some numbers, you could try using that. Once it's 9 numbers, 9 random numbers or something, you can try that and see if it works, okay? Now, if you try everything and it doesn't work, guys, if you reach out to me, there's nothing that I can tell you to do, okay? If you reach out and say, hey, I put in this and I put in that and it has not worked, there's literally nothing else that I can tell you to do to see if it goes through, okay? Whatever I tell you here is what I know of, and that's just that. All right, so once again, let me just stop talking. These are the places that sponsor H1B for social workers. Now, thank you guys so much for listening to this video, for watching this video. As usual, I appreciate your support. I never take it for granted when you decide to sit down and watch an entire video that I put out, because I know some of us can get annoying sometimes. Yes. But anyway, guys, as usual, if you have reached the end of this video, to show that you have watched this entire video, I want you to hashtag social work in the comment section down below. Once again, if you have reached this part of the video, go ahead and hashtag social work or social worker in the comment section down below. That way I know that you really took the time out to watch the entire video, which I truly appreciate. Now, also remember, if you're watching this and you are not a social worker, or you are interested in finding out about other H1B opportunities for other jobs, please go ahead and put that job in the comment section down below. I'll choose the most popular one for my next video. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, it's your girl Malika, aka Mali, aka Malibu, saying bye.